What's up guys, it's Anubify here and welcome to my Atlas aka One Punch Man build / overview video. In this video I'm going to cover as much of Atlas as I can muster. Atlas is a frame you, the player, can unlock by completing the Jordis Precept quest and repeated completions of the Jordis Golem assassination mission. How do you get the quest, you may ask? Well, you will automatically unlock the quest after unlocking the planet Eris, which in turn can be unlocked by defeating the assassination mission for Tile Rhaegor on Uranus, or Uranus, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Right, let's talk about Atlas then, guys. Atlas is a tanky brawler frame equipped with an immunity passive to knock down, which means while he is stood up, he is immune to any forms of knockdown / suppression, but he is susceptible to it in the air. Atlas sports a nice brawler and defensive abilities, should I say, but let's go through them in turn, shall we? His first ability, Landside, is a gap-closing melee ability that consists of a 3-hit combo and hits hardest on the third hit, and that launches the enemies into the air or back or off the map if they're close to an edge. The ability is affected by power, strength and range, plus a little bit of duration. Power strength provides the overall damage for the combo, allowing for maximum damage, so scale it up. You want to get some in there, guys. Power range will increase the overall dash / gap closing, which allows you to start comboing from further away. And of course, power duration allows for a slightly larger combo duration window. I wouldn't personally invest too much into the duration. Instead, I would personally try to keep duration, or should I say power duration, at roughly around about 100% without affecting it too much. This ability, when comboed, guys, will actually increase in efficiency, meaning if you combo it together and keep the combo going, it will reduce in cost. I think it goes down quite a lot until it's about 5 energy, which is a very helpful tip, especially if you have a large amount of enemies to take out. Right, on to his second ability, one of my favourite. It is called Tectonics, guys. It is a great ability. When used, allows Atlas to create a stone wall that blocks enemies from moving through and absorbs damage. It is like having a huge shield. It is good for allowing your team to survive, but also allows you to freely move in and out of the walls. You can go through the walls, but enemies can't. Initially, you could build one wall, knock it into the enemies, and cast it that way. But recently, when they added the Augment mods, they added 3 Augment mods for Atlas, and Atlas's Augment mod is called Tectonic Fracture. This augment has the ability to build 3 walls, which is a hell of a lot better, especially on defense missions. But where can you get the augment mod? Well, it's very simple. You can get it from the Syndicate's Steel Meridian and Red Veil for a price of 25,000 standing, guys. I would definitely get it. It is very, very good, and you do have the ability, if you have 4 Atlases, to build a bucket load of walls and basically channel enemies through. Right, the ability itself scales off power strength, no duration really. With the addition of the walls now, there isn't any loss of health to the walls, let's say. Okay, it is good on defenses, it is good on mobile defense, it is also great on survivals. You know, you can hold down a position and literally have a small gap to fire through. It is very, very good, and I would definitely recommend using it in a build, or any Atlas build for that matter. 3 walls, more is better, guys, more is better. Right, let's go on to his third ability, shall we? Which is Petrify. It is a toggle Medusa-style gaze that allows you to turn enemies into stone. The ability itself is, because it is a toggle, it is affected by power efficiency and duration for the drain, but also it is affected by strength and range. So you do, if you go on a build around this, you need to find a happy medium, a nice balanced build. But let's go into it. Duration efficiency will reduce the power drain itself. Duration will actually increase the time that the enemies remain petrified, guys. Power strength will increase the range at which your enemies are petrified. So if you have a higher power strength, they will petrify quicker. Just keep that in mind. And power range, of course, the ability works in like a cone radius, let's say a cone. Yeah, it is a cone radius. It works in a cone radius. So if you have more range, the bigger the cone, the more enemies that can be affected. Petrify also, with the addition of the Augment mod, got an Augment mod. And in my personal opinion, it's meh. Not very good. The Augment is unique in that if you turn enemies to stone, you will automatically scan them into the codex, and it has the potential to make enemies drop extra loot. It is essentially a farming and utility augment mod, but the downside to it is, whilst it looks good on paper, the disappointing thing is you've got to have that ability active. And the downside to having the ability active constantly is you have a reduced movement speed. You cannot physically attack anything. So it's kind of like you're setting yourself up to die, guys. If I personally wanted to go on a codex scanning mission, I would probably take, I know it sounds stupid, I'd take a blind Mirage and I'd take Helios, because I could easily do that. I could blind them all and do it in relative comfort. If I wanted to farm, I could take a Necros or a Hydroid. You know, there are better alternatives. The Augment mod doesn't quite, for me, it doesn't benefit me as a player, and therefore it's just taking up a mod slot that something else could be in. But that's just me, guys. It's just me. It's my personal opinion. And fourth and finally, guys, is his ultimate ability, as we could call it. It is a Rumbler. Atlas summons 2 stone golems to fight by his side, and they do deal a decent amount of damage, but the damage is unique in that it is impact damage, guys. Just bear that in mind when doing it. The Rumbler's stats are affected by a wide variety of Warframe stats, your own personal Warframe stats, and this includes health, shields, armor, power strength, duration, and range. Okay, all of them contribute to the Rumbler's stats, making them actually like having 2 extra Atlas frames next to you, because they are melee based. Duration itself affects the time the Rumblers are active if they're not destroyed. So you can increase that a lot. You can get up close to like a minute worth of Rumbler activity. Range actually affects the movement speed of the Rumblers, meaning if you go into negative power range, your Rumblers are going to move slow, which is going to massively hinder the damage potential of them. So if you're going to do it, I would recommend increasing your power range to make them speedy little bastards. And if they are destroyed, the power range increases the explosion damage caused by their immediate death. Your Warframe health and shields and armor convert into a percentage of Rumbler health and armor. I do not know the exact stats, guys, and I'm pretty sure you could find out on the Warframe site and do the math. I suck at math. But your Warframe itself, make sure you've got steel fiber on Atlas. It's a big boost straight off the bat, guys. Atlas, again, he gained his 3rd and final augment mod in the form of Titanic Rumbler, which is another meh. The Rumbler augment, Titanic Rumbler, is absolutely, in my opinion, again, it's only in my opinion, you may disagree, it's your own opinions, guys, but for me, it is just not worth the investment. You sacrifice 2 mobile rumblers for a giant rumbler. Bear in mind, it does have increased stats, but it's only 1 rumbler, and therefore it gets attacked a lot. Does it outweigh it? No. I would have preferred the augment itself to maybe split my 2 rumblers and turn them into 5 mini rumblers. You know, I'll take a bit of the health depreciation off the rumblers, but give me 5 of the little sons of bitches. That'd be awesome. And he is called Jeffrey, by the way, guys. I have named my rumbler Jeff, or Jeffrey, whichever one you would prefer to use. But the golems themselves, guys, this is what we're here to talk about. The golems themselves are incredible. They mimic you pretty much in stats, and they are very good at distracting. They have a taunt ability that the enemies want to attack them. At lower levels, they will literally one-shot things. They will destroy. I'd say if I was going to gamble, I'd say about level 50, their damage scaling will start to fall off. But that isn't a problem. I do not see that as a problem, guys. But they're the abilities. That's the frame overall. I have done as much as I can in this video. It's quite a long video, this one. But overall, guys, Atlas is a good brawler frame. Who with the Tectonic Fracture Augment can be a great addition to any team composition. With his tankiness, great ability scaling, and all-round decent abilities, it makes him viable for any missions, guys. I wouldn't say that about just any frame, and I wouldn't lie to you. He does, as a frame, have abilities that are useful in every situation. They just are. But again, that is my own personal feeling on the frame itself, and my final advice is make sure you go and get the Tectonic Fracture Augment mod from Steel Meridian or Red Veil, guys. I don't care about the other 2, but that one is a must-have, and if you can get around modding it in that way, try it and incorporate it into every build, because more is better. More is just better, guys. But apart from that, guys, I hope you have enjoyed a more in-depth overview / build video. Let me know if it's been informative enough in the comments below, and what frame you would like to see done next, guys. Finally, thank you for all the subs, and thanks for giving me your time, guys. It does mean a lot to me. I will catch you later on the next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye bye.